Welcome back to Final Fantasy VIII. So now that we killed the devil, let's
yes, we did technically.
Now that we've wait, hold on. We actually killed, then tamed, and now the devil is among us in the G-force.
That you know what that means, Jova? Final Fantasy VIII is satanic, of course.
So now let's begin the
Gas
eighth
station.
part of Final Fantasy VIII.
No beta, mate.
Okay. So
All right, now follow me.
let's draw some thunder magic. Oh, there's.
But you have already enough.
We're already all of
See,
us are
if at
full.
this point you had the GF Siren, you could have an ability that allow you to see hidden magic points.
Sure.
And also save points.
Sure, I get that too. I get that. Don't worry.
I don't know, it's just, for telling for the stuff that it's
Sure.
not showing you.
Yeah.
In the meantime, well, in that case, might as well take advantage to do the same myself. In between parts, and while recording stuff, turns out the Zell's mom thing that I missed is actually obligatory in one particular point in the story after all. So we're gonna see it. So we're gonna see it after all. Me and Teo
3,000 gil.
3,000 gil for. So you're telling me that Balamb didn't pay for my fucking train tickets for the mission that I'm doing for them?
The economy here is worse than the one in Greenvale. Jesus Christ.
Okay. No. Teo. Give better permissions and credit. The FBI actually paid for York
For York
to properly do the mission that he went there to do. Balamb expects me to pay the train tickets to go into the city that they told me to go to out of my own fucking pocket.
All right.
Imagine you
Pedro,
work. Yes.
This is what being a student
Trip
is.
is awesome.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Oh my God,
Here's the first major
This
stick
is
with Seth.
student. As somebody who went to university, this is student life. This
Okay.
is terrible.
Here's
Yeah.
Selphie's first major quirk. She loves trains.
And even run
Okay.
I like
for the
trains.
turtle that gets
I like
tipped.
trains too.
There's
Both
one.
of you get invested by
There's one
Rusty.
thing you're missing, though, Shiroi. We were only students up until recently. Now that we're seeds, we're no longer
Really
students.
cool.
We're employees of Balamb
To be
Garden.
fair, aren't we technically still, workers of that regard, though, in the sense, we're more like
But
advanced.
if they're employees, then they should pay for your travel relating to any work.
Yeah, imagine you work at a company, Jova. You get told to go on an overseas trip to have some kind of meeting with some kind of foreign conglomerate or something, and they force you to pay for the plane ticket instead of actually.
Businesses do that all the time still.
Well, they shouldn't.
I'm
Even-
always
That
good for
doesn't
my
change.
work
That
trips.
certainly doesn't change the fact, Pedro, that it happens a lot.
Yeah, so
I'm
sadly,
gonna go check out the front.
I mean, it's terrible,
Thanks.
but yes, it does indeed happen.
Anyway,
Let's go check it out, Squall.
do I have to?
Yes.
Wait, why am I saying this? I'm the one in charge.
Notice that Squall's contribution to the scene so far has been only.
yeah,
three.
this is exactly my. I'll get into it in a moment.
He's the protagonist, minimal dialogue only.
No, that's the thing, Shiroi. That would work if this was Dragon Quest, but it's not.
Yo, check it out. So this is C's private cabin.
Hmm.
Whoa!
No surprise!
Oh yeah! Awesome!
Oh, spectacular, dude!
Dude.
All right, Dwips, have at it.
Oh no!
Okay.
Wait, what is
I
it?
love trains.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, go ahead.
Oh,
Train, take us away.
Excuse me?
She came up with here you go.
Take us away, far away.
Yeah, Selphie
Yes,
just came up
please
with.
take me far away from here.
Yeah, Selphie just came up with a train song impromptu.
How nice.
that's
Very
so
creative.
compelling.
To the future we will go.
Like, what? I expected some kind of weird train facts, which would have actually been quite fun. But
You wish? No, like I said, she loves to do the also
she's
rap.
just gonna
Yeah,
sing some stupid
Selphie,
song.
Selphie, you're 17, not 7.
Well, speaking the devil whips.
Okay, what Dwips
Hey,
just said,
you're
I say it the same thing.
Speaking
to
of
Z-
7-year-olds.
Yeah, seriously. So there you go. Apparently,
Essentially, I've been suckered into
Babysitting.
a babysitting operation.
Yeah.
We even have magazines here.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
This
okay,
is
let's see.
really important.
Wait, pet pals? Ew! Like Zell, buddy. Whatever you do in your own time, it's your business, pal. I don't want to read your creepy pet pals magazine.
It pays to be a member of Siege.
No, it
Please never
doesn't.
show that- please never show to us your internet history.
Hey,
Please.
Squall, you know anything about timber?
Just throw the whole laptop away.
Awesome. Well, let me fill you in.
All right. Normally I pick no, but this is important for you guys. Go ahead.
Timber
Lore
used to be a
building,
good. Timber used to be a country surrounded by deep forests, but 18 years ago, the Fire Nation, Galbadia invaded.
Pretty much.
Timber fell
Okay.
quite easily to Galbadia, so now Timber is under Galbadian occupation.
Alright.
It's said there's a whole bunch of resistance factions, big and small.
It's a common thing like that. They don't even surprise them.
Jova?
And
Okay.
Nope, that's it.
Great.
Great.
thank you, Mr. Know-It-All Zell.
Oh wow, is that attempted humor, Mr.
Is it-
Hey,
Lionheart?
no problem.
This game is incapable of good one-liners.
Not entirely.
I'm not feeling well.
That's because you were
Oh.
singing on this time.
Oh, is she travel sick?
Wait, oh my god.
No, it's something even weirder, Shiro.
Has this train been infected with the T-virus?
Go ahead.
Doo-doo-doo.
You should get some rest if you're tired.
She didn't say she was tired.
I'm really sleepy.
Oh, never mind.
Huh. You okay?
Hey,
Oh my god, he said words.
what the?
What the hell?
Ooh, ooh.
Something's wrong with me too.
What's going on?
This is worse than the genie
Plot
lamp somehow.
contrivance is
Oh
called
my god,
now.
it's like that bit in...
So,
Plot contrivance called now.
is
Sleep
this?
tight.
It's like that bit in
so,
Professor Layton too, isn't it, Paige?
so suddenly all three of our main characters have a narcolepsy
please.
attack.
Please, Pedro, tell me you use the end now for something completely different clip.
No, sorry.
Damn it.
Well, you should have suggested it to me beforehand if you wanted
I
that.
thought it was obvious. You're
All
a
right,
much bigger
and now we enter into a completely different game.
Yeah, like I mentioned, something
Wait,
completely different.
what?
Now we're playing as these guys. Okay, here's what it is. I'll be Laguna, aka the guy who has long hair. Teo will be Ward, and Jova will be
fat guy.
Kiros.
The other guy.
Got
No,
it.
that's Ward. That will be
With an
Teo.
harpoon.
And that's Kiros. That's you, Jova.
with a katal.
Got it.
All right. So, okay, I'm taking over. Now I'm protagonist of this game. Okay. Okay. Allow me. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. This is your director Kitaze speaking. We've heard some complaints about our protagonists, so we decided to completely switch story and protagonists. Enjoy.
Now, keep in mind the actual the actual hard gray font that you see will be the internal thoughts of Squall and the others.
Yeah.
Because they're
No, this-
supposedly seeing this situation.
You know what this is like?
What?
Wow.
It's like that movie Best Defense, where they made the movie, but test audience reaction was so bad they cut half of it out and replaced it with a movie and replaced it with stuff with Eddie Murphy in it.
Not just
And
that.
now new battle theme specific for this section, the man with a machine gun,
But
probably.
it was a sad part. Well, actually, I'll wait till this goes back. Okay. So yeah. Now we're playing as these guys. Okay. Don't worry about what gameplay purposes. They have for some reason that have yet to be. Well, actually, no. I know the reason. Never mind. I know. Don't worry, too. I know.
Yeah.
For reasons that will be explained later, they all have the exact same equipment and GFs that my main party has. Why, you ask? Well, we're gonna have to wait for an explanation about that.
The thing is, okay, I will for exclusivity thing. the best limit break is Kyros because it actually deals multiple hits. The other two just deal area of attack damage, and it's still like one single hit. And for these actions, the more attacks you can dish, the better. Not to mention the choice of weapon. Laguna is actually a novelty because it has actual machine gun, but the other two feels odd even for the standard of the series. Kyros Katars are supposed to be like a reference to the double dagger combo that you can do in some games, but Ward's Harpoon comes the fuck out of nowhere. Even in universe doesn't make any sense because the Galbadian units get equipped with their standard weapons. Yes, Pedro?
You know what's the interesting thing? I actually like this subplot involving these characters more than our actual proper main story and characters.
Pretty much, just like in Final Fantasy X, you get here the snippet of a better story that you wish you would be playing instead.
Okay. I'm gonna be fair to Final Fantasy X. I at least found the main narrative interestingly enough. That said, I will admit, even though I don't dislike Final Fantasy VIII, I definitely can see why people would prefer this, let's call it a sub-narrative going on as opposed to the main narrative, because sadly, what's going on here is arguably more interesting than the main narrative.
Not to mention, it's actually more important because
not quite yet, but you'll see.
These sequences will be extremely pivotal for the world building that will, come into play for the later parts of the game.
I'll admit though, when we do figure out the truth behind all this, I do feel like there is some interesting potential for it locked in with the main narrative.
Oh, question marks, question mark.
What the heck am
Oh yeah, now we're gonna get some really bad script writing. Go ahead, too.
Hey, aren't we here to fight a war, against the almighty Timber army?
I'm sure soldiers start conversations like that all the time. Hey, Sarge, are we here to fight a war? Against those terrorists? Like, seriously?
I want some exposition.
Yeah, so why are we wasting our time messing with these animals?
Actually killed mostly fungi life.
Well, you see, it's just that,
Here's the thing with Laguna, he's kind of a bumbling idiot.
Yeah.
Don't tell me we're lost again.
Like, there is some charming qualities of him, but...
that's another thing. These guys are kind of like Brock, Misty, and Ash, in the sense that they're always lost and bumbling.
Wait, Laguna! For fuck's sake, that was a war-loving cycle.
I'm getting too old for this Malwaki.
This is a clear demonstration that, which is weird, because Najib... Dwebs, check out this amazing piece of script writing. One of the soldiers turns to the others and literally starts the conversation with, "Hey, aren't we fighting a war here?" Like, seriously, that's like one of the worst ways to start exposition that I've ever seen.
You can't park in the middle of the street.
It's like if I turn to you, Dwebs, and go, "Hey, Dwebs, aren't we here to commentate on a game?" Like, just so that the audience knows what we're doing here,
Now a snippet of Galbadia's capital, Delling City.
We're not just here for the booze, are we? We've got a war to fight.
Hey, they're here to fight a war, in case you didn't notice.
So we'll get smashed and we'll charge!
Okay. Kyros, Ward, you two seem to misunderstand.
Honestly, if anything, Kyros seems to be the one who actually gets what's going on the most.
Yeah, Kyros is the straight man of
I
the conversation most of the time.
I just want to have a friendly drink with you. Okay, come here, guys. I'll pay for drinks.
Sounds like somebody wants to poison
Basically,
us.
Laguna is the bumbling idiot, Ward is the big, strong, but potentially dumb guy, and Kyros is the straight man.
Basically, yeah. But yeah, again, script writing 101. Find a more natural way to insert exposition. How about waiting until he meets a certain character we're gonna meet in a moment, and then she's the one that asks who they are and why they're here, and then he tells her. See? That I literally just pulled this out of my ass, and I'm not a film school graduate like you are, Kataze. Just saying.
I think the best way to describe Final Fantasy VIII, it feels like M. Night Shyamalan before stuff like the village. Before he got outright bad, but you could start to see the cracks
so
forming in his
signs.
methodology. Yeah, pretty much signs. I mean, don't get me wrong, I kind of consider Signs one of his bad flicks too, but the main consensus with that is that it was before, the dam broke with the village.
Sure.
But I see what you mean, though. Yeah, I guess we could consider this like, Signs M. Night Shyamalan.
Alright.
It's not outright bad, but it does feel like the kind of stuff that's very easy to make fun of.
And just like Signs, it depends on who you ask. Anyway.
Pretty much.
Pretty much.
Oh shit.
Oh my god, now you're really making me mad.
I forgot that that's the...
Yeah, you're supposed to actually go down into the lounge.
Alright, now we have
I think she's still burped.
Okay, then.
Hey, you're making me imagine an M. Night Shyamalan... Sorry, an M. Night Shyamalan written Final Fantasy game.
No, thank you.
Alright, as you can see, the hard gray options, again, are the one for Squall and Company.
Huh?
What?
Excuse me?
I just say there's gonna be a bit of a conflict of interest sometimes.
What's wrong?
I don't know.
You don't know what's wrong with your head, man. Why are you the one in charge?
Let's take a load off. Thanks. Jova.
Is this a dream?
Yes.
That's you.
Laguna's pretty cute.
There you go.
Yeah, this is another problem. The thought bubbles don't tell us who's talking, so
I get that we're supposed to
What's
guess.
going on? What's happening?
I get the feeling that the dialogue you can pinpoint which character is doing, but the thing that they're saying.
It's the inconsistency of it too. Like, why can't you do it for all bubbles?
I guess.
Eddie's man.
Like, maybe they're trying to surprise
I think
us
that's
with the
because
fact that
for
it's
now you're doing it with a fixed party that you have. Later on, it will potentially still depend on the character that you have on your team. So it might be because of that.
The usual.
Also, you're regular.
Me too.
What about your word?
Keep it coming.
Yeah, he only talks in action hero quotes, so...
It kind of looks like Marcus Phoenix, so complete with a bandana in his car.
Theo, you missed your line.
Sorry. You going for it tonight?
So yeah, our buddy Laguna here has a crush on the pianist here, called Julia.
Yeah, go for it.
Whatever, man. Can't you see she's working?
Maybe you can do it after. There's a path to Laguna.
Don't go back on your word. Come on, go wave to her.
That would make me
Is this
look
the main
incredibly
theme?
pathetic.
Is this the main theme of the game?
No.
A musical version of it, Eyes on Me, yes.
Oh wait, it is actually. Oh, you're right. Give me a break. It also serves as Julia's theme.
So you
Also-
say, but we know you'll do it.
At times, some parts of it sound like Seven's theme.
Well, it's the same composer, so...
Also, by the way, if I recall correctly, these two in the room are also Biggs and Wedge, so there's a nice cameo.
Now check out what happens, Teo, by all means. I'm gonna have to ask you that same question, Teo, that's Spoonie asked during this bit. Is if this is even medically possible.
Serious?
To be this close to Julia.
Seriously, is this guy serious?
Uh-oh. Hold
Here we
on.
go.
My leg's cramping up!
So here's our quirk for the day.
Hold on, Teo. I wanna do the rest.
My leg's choking.
And he leaves like an
Teo!
idiot.
Teo, explain to me.
Okay, Laguna gets so emotional around women that his body basically short circuits and his leg gets a cramp on. Now, keep in mind, it is okay. Whatever he's doing now makes no sense at all. But the it is possible that your body gets so stressed up by the emotional, rush that you can potentially get an actual cramp. But this is a.
Well, he's
this
running
is
just fine now.
Yeah, this is also exaggerated for comedic purposes. But for some reason, the Maker's body was so funny that they made it one of Laguna's traits. To the point where it becomes a running gag, even in his appearances in crossover. It gets annoying really fast for me.
Good work, Laguna.
Mission successful.
Okay, basically, Shiroi, this is one of the characters called Julia. Laguna has a crush on her, and he just...
I didn't think you actually do it. Our popularity rating's gone up a point.
He just tried to maybe say hi to her, Shiroi. However, before he could say a word, his legs suddenly cramped up.
I heard Chichia's explanation of all that.
I'd say
which
you're
is
about
why
a
I
minus
came back
3 on the
saying,
manliness
okay.
scale.
So
I'll just say this. Kyros is my favorite out of the 3 for kind of obvious
Same
reasons.
for me, just because he's the straight man. I get that Laguna is more likable as a main character than Squall, but I still find him a bit too much idiotic.
That's the thing.
Julia
I'll take
sure is
Squall
pretty.
over Laguna, honestly, because Laguna feels borderline useless at times. Like, don't get me wrong, Squall can be a loaf of bread, a stale loaf of bread.
Sorry, go on, my bad.
I'll go like this. Squall may be a stale loaf of bread, but he is actually a loaf of bread. Laguna feels as useless as paper and water at times.
The word just did a Tim Allen impression.
it's
on us tonight. Relax and stay a while.
my main problem with Squall is that, okay, I get it. I'm not saying you can't have a store. Oh, never mind. Shiroi, you're up.
Yeah, I'll mention later.
May I?
Oh shit! She's talking to me. Okay. Okay. Say something. Say something.
I swear.
Remember,
She's just another person.
No, Shira, don't you see? According to media cliches, when you're having love talk, you need to stumble and stutter all the goddamn time.
Okay.
No, you don't.
Okay. I'm not the best person to talk about this because I've known my wife since we were little kids. But I'm assuming maybe if you have a crush on someone who doesn't know you yet, it's probably very nervous for you to even start a conversation because you're nervous.
Okay. Let me point out the problem with this trope. The babbling love interest here. Babbling is an overused cliche that basically makes someone immediately lock up every time they want to speak to the person
And
they
that doesn't
love
happen most of the time, if at all.
Now look, I get it. It can happen sometimes in real life, but for somebody to never grow out of it, though, that is borderline disturbing and, well,
It's a typical storytelling writing convention. So.
Well, I can tell you. Well, you know already the story, but with Zenshi, I can tell you this. For as much as we're doing a bunch of cliches, this particular story that you're seeing right now, Laguna's quest to find to be a love interest for Julia, is not gonna exactly the way you think.
Yeah, kind of.
I can see why the babbling would annoy you. I mean, I'm
Sure.
not saying that it can't ever be done right.
How's your leg?
Okay. Say something sweet, something cool, something suave.
No, you just answer the
right.
question.
Now remember this, Shiroi. Laguna is a nervous train wreck. Leg? Oh, this. Yeah, it's fine. Happens all the time.
There you go.
Happens all the time when I get nervous.
Well, he didn't lie.
Were you nervous?
Oh shit! It was the trick question.
Oh shit! Is that a trick question?
I kind of expected her to ask that, actually.
That's the thing, Shiroi. Julia.
She pretty much knows it, and she's just loving to fuck around with him.
Yeah, that's kind of what I hate, though, too. If she knows, and she should, and she knows, and she's taking advantage of it, she's kind of a bitch, if you ask me. Oh yeah,
No,
I'm
he
still
needs to be
kind
the
of.
one to say it.
Well, we know how the story ends, Pedro.
I know how the story ends, Teo, but that still doesn't mean I have to like Julia still.
Oh no! That's what I mean. Well, we kind of reach a natural conclusion with that.
Shiri.
You can relax.
I wouldn't say so much she's taking advantage of him, more like she's trying to subliminally push him to man up for himself.
Also,
Yeah, she's
being
not actually
being
messing with
playful.
his head or
Yeah.
anything. Yeah.
I don't know, like if I was in a
It's like
situation.
the Dipper and what's her name?
Wendy.
Yeah, but it's like those two. It's like no, it's like it's up to him to actually stand the fuck up.
I
for
don't know.
yourself.
If I was in this situation, I would say to that person, "Look, relax. You don't have to try so hard. It's okay." I would just comfort that person. You know, like
I think that's kind of what she's going at, but just not being too obvious about
Also,
it.
as she pointed out, as also he himself pointed out, he's still nervous. So she's clearly trying to ease up the tension at the same time.
Also, I think this line would actually make him more nervous.
Go ahead.
Say, would you like to talk somewhere private? I have a room here.
Oh,
I think Amici's
Laguna's getting late.
Laguna's getting late.
I'll believe it when I see it.
In your room? Not helping, Julia.
You got up way too quickly,
I know
dude.
she turns to the camera to say that.
So, audience. So, audience. What do you think I should tell him now? Sure.
It's pretty hard to talk freely here. Everyone's listening in.
Everyone's listening.
Is she talking to the audience?
Fury, in,
Well, excuse us for wanting someone different than Squall, Zell and
So-
Selphie.
basically, Shuri, if it's in brackets, it means she's whispering.
Okay.
So, audience, well, should I A, blow him off, / B, get him laid, or C, screw with him?
I kind of like about the fact that
Or D, actually
I
screw.
kind of like the fact that the camera angle cuts away to the scene and everyone is actually staring at them. That is actually good comedic timing.
Here you go,
I would
Shuri.
say
Go
that.
ahead, Shuri.
You don't want to?
Say yes, say yes.
Landing
Of course I do.
Landing lights.
With an awkward movement.
And he
That sounds a bit too
he
enthusiastic.
awkwardly sticks the landing.
Then I'll go ahead and wait for you. Ask for my room at the front desk, okay?
The password is swordfish.
No, well, actually, too, the password.
It's always
The password
Shuri.
will for her will probably be.
It's a reference to a trope.
Sure. Am I dreaming, Jova?
This is a dream. This is a dream.
Well, that's complicated, Squall.
By the way, one of the cool things about these new characters is that one of them actually uses a gun. This can't be a dream.
This is too weird to be a dream.
Julia wants to talk to me?
He talks to himself too much.
I want to wake up from this awkward nightmare.
Can't wake up.
Wake me up inside.
I'm literally about to see a nerd get laid, and I can't wake up from it because this is a whole part of this dream.
Trust me, Squall, it gets even
And
better.
just the two of us get it together, Laguna.
Whatever. That's Squall, alright.
I always screw up by talking about myself too much. It's always been like that, but not tonight. I'm all ears for Julia.
So
How is it? I don't believe it's always been like that. You don't
Yeah.
say much. You trip over your freaking words.
Time to use my manly charm and help
women.
Julia with her problem. This is another thing as well. Whatever problems Joe might have with Laguna, I already like Laguna a lot more because he has more personality already. Because I actually have a better insight into who he is already. Okay, which is Julia's room?
You know, when you pick an option from the text, I assume you actually said it like that.
Mr. Laguna Loire. I've been expecting you.
Laguna, isn't
There's
that
also-
a girl's name?
That's the thing about the name, but I'll mention it after the sequence is done.
Let me show you to Miss Julia's room.
Maybe it's a neutral name.
No, actually, Shira, it's a problem that the localization team did with the game.
It doesn't help that he kind of looks facially like a girl too. And again, that's Square Enix protagonist in a nutshell.
Thanks for coming.
Well, to be fair, more Nomoras rather than Amanos, but yeah. Although to be fair, Zidane also has a bit of a figure that can be a bit so even Amano can be a bit guilty of that sometimes. To be fair,
Well,
Actually, I
mean,
was
I'd
mentioning that
argue-
Amano is mostly responsible for it.
Yeah,
Oh, really?
I mean, let's be honest. A lot of Amano's races look
Yeah,
feminine.
very gender neutral.
I
Have a
guess.
seat.
Okay.
And then
should I
Chris
sit?
Hansen
Should I sit in the
goes-
bed or in the chair?
Each-
Bed,
okay.
chair, bed, chair, bed, chair.
Since Squall has been an idiot, let me spell it out to you.
Bed.
She wants the D.
Okay.
And you're going to have to explain this several times throughout this LP too.
Okay. Now,
Well, men are socially inept in this game, it seems.
To be fair, unlike Quistis, this one is a lot more obvious, I feel.
Yeah, true. That is true.
God.
And she's laughing.
You're gonna giggle there, mate.
Cheery?
Going so soon? We haven't even talked yet.
Oh, shit.
Oh, talking. Is that what they call it nowadays?
Yes. We're not talking. We're just talking. No, it's not that.
Oh, yeah, sure. I love having a talk like that.
It's just that I'm a big fan of yours, so I'm really kind of nervous, you know?
See, that's a good start.
Good.
Cheery?
So that's why you come to hear me play so often.
Yeah, exactly.
Help me.
See, she's actually noticed you.
Meanwhile, Kyrus and Ward are probably taking bets on whether or not he'll screw this up later.
You saw me?
That's not the kind of screwing he's interested in.
Alright, Cheery.
You were always smiling while listening, right?
Laguna, calm
He's
the fuck
never
down.
sleeping.
She's not eating you.
Not yet, at least. Not yet, at least.
I was trying to avoid that.
You kind of
Teo,
walked
you
right
set
into
it
that.
up.
Yeah, you set it up, Teo. Sorry, but I'm gonna have to.
420 prove it.
Guilty as charged.
Yeah, I'm gonna have
she's
to
right,
revoke
she's right.
your dirty joke license.
You have beautiful eyes, though they look.
Oh, Laguna, the lady just told you have beautiful eyes. This is a sign. That's the best signal you could get. Go for it. Go for it, you moron.
Nothing but she's giving you nothing.
Go get laid, my dude.
She's giving you nothing but compliments right now. Play it smooth and play your cards right.
He's gonna really screw this up, isn't he? Don't worry, I'm not going to pluck them out and eat them. I just want to talk gazing into your eyes.
Don't worry, Laguna. I'm not a succubus, so you're fine.
Well,
If he wasn't
Nor have
scared
I,
before he
nor am
did
I one of those creeps that cuts out a certain group of people's eyes and sells them on the black market. I'll be fine.
nor am I like a female grasshopper who often kills her mate after consummating the relationship.
A lot of
a black widow?
insects do that.
No. It's not just black widows that do that, Pedro. It's also grasshoppers,
Sure.
T-Rexes sometimes.
It's actually disturbingly
Sure.
common.
Yeah.
Would you like a drink? Wine, perhaps?
Oh crap! She's gonna get him drunk.
Oh, snap! Wine! That's the romantic drink!
Here, maybe if you get drunk, you'll be less nervous.
That's
Oh god, imagine, Tio. His drunk persona is more competent than his regular sober
Maybe
persona.
she doesn't mean drunk, like a little tipsy.
I must be dreaming. And check this out. Oh, never mind. It's not there. I thought it was now. Okay. Yeah, I don't like fighting too much, but you get to travel, seeing new places and stuff. Laguna, don't talk. The ladies don't like it when you talk too much about yourself. So keep a certain amount of restraint. Hey, we shall go out drinking sometime. What do you say?
Don't. That's the stuff that leads to the friend zone.
And what was I talking about?
Exactly.
Oh yeah, I want to quit the army and become a journalist.
how random.
What?
Do you want to cover wars then?
So I can tell people about all the things I've seen on my well, in that
I mean, on paper, it's not a bad idea. It's just when it comes to fucking roll nowhere.
I guess this was before blogs were invented.
Laguna, if you want to become, if you want to tell people about the travels you've been to, become a writer, write a book. That's
Again,
whatever.
like I said, this was apparently before blogs were invented.
So like the other day, one of my articles made the reader's column. Pretty cool, huh? Yeah, that was way cool.
If this was happening
Way
now,
past
he'd
cool.
be. If this was happening now, he'd be making a vlog channel about it.
Pretty much.
Go ahead.
I'm happy for you.
Oh,
Get
crap.
it out of my
She
mind.
doesn't
okay.
mean
Okay, there you go. See, that line, to me, I interpret it as, dude,
I'm getting bored.
I'm getting bored, jump me.
That-
Not just that, she's very politely saying, please change the subject.
Oh yeah, and then,
Oh no.
yikes, I'm talking too much again.
Why zoinks?
Come
And
on.
he did this after another cut. Somebody say something.
You, actually.
Yes.
Tell me about yourself, like, your dreams for the future.
About time.
I know about me, let's talk about you.
Oh,
Oh Jesus.
Uh-oh,
clipping.
she's standing up.
Go ahead, Shiri.
I want to sing. Not just play the piano, but sing too.
But for some reason they won't let her. Probably for a good reason, but we don't know.
Do we get to hear her
Oh
sing?
no, is she going to end up like
No,
that
Shiri,
video?
well,
sadly no.
unlike 9, the song of this game is not representative of an actual main character who that sings. So
Oh
no.
no, guys, it's a prequel to The Quiet Man, another Square.
Oh, I'd really love to hear it.
I can tell you this, Jova. The Julia does not resemble Laguna's mother, whatever she may have look like.
But I... go ahead, Shiri.
God.
Sorry, 1 second. But I can't. I'm no good at writing lyrics.
Well,
Maybe.
hire a
Find
lyricist.
somebody
Do
who's
the
good at
fucking
writing,
math.
who maybe wants to be a journalist. Hello.
There are plenty of singers that hire lyricists to do that. So that's not...
yeah, like they're not mutually exclusive
Again,
jobs.
guys,
Like,
maybe there was somebody who just mentioned about something involving writing who might be able
I think
to
he's
help
thinking
her.
about it.
That
Look
must
at
be
I
him.
don't know,
tough.
Jova. This is such preposterous thinking.
Also, his
Why
hand...
are you
also,
bumping your head?
yeah, also, one of his arms is clipping through his... whatever it is.
Oh
Like-
god. He's rocking at some sick beats.
Seriously, what kind of... Okay, Kitase literally told the animators, okay, I want you to make it sound like he's bopping his head to a song. No questions, damn it, no questions. I have a very specific vision for this scene. Go ahead, Shiri.
But thanks to you, I think I can come up with something.
I inspired you? Ah! I'm gonna faint.
That would be the perfect way to end this night, now wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would be a shame if that would to happen, wouldn't it, too?
Yes.
Thanks to me? Sure.
Yes.
Look, I'm getting tired. Are we gonna do it or not?
The many faces you've shown me.
Oh, the places you've talked about.
The many faces of Laguna.
We're all
Loire.
boring as hell, but I'm gonna plagiarize the fuck out of them for song lyrics.
Beautiful.
Many faces you show.
Sure.
Times when you were hurt, worried, or felt pain deep inside you. Your smile, your face, your eyes.
Well, he's actually going to be the lyrics.
This is basically the prompt of the song that you will hear at the end, Eyes on Me. The problem is that, like Pedro mentioned, it's kind of disconnected.
These are going to be the lyrics, aren't they?
It involves it involves Laguna's eyes. Yes.
You've shown me something. I think I can come up with a song.
Please wait until the end of the game to hear it.
Pretty much.
Oh boy.
Well, actually, no. They first play it in that one scene in Space too, so technically not yet.
True. Well, I actually blacked out on that. I forgot that he was playing there.
Wow! I must be dreaming.
Is that your catchphrase, sir?
See, my thing is, okay, problem like hold on. Sure.
It's not a dream, is it?
Oh my god, she just touched my hand. She just touched my hand. I'm never washing this hand ever again.
Ew.
No,
Gross, dude.
seriously, watch it. Laguna, new orders. Meet by the presidential residence on the double. Clockwork.
Yeah, pretty much.
Sadly, by heroes.
Sure.
Can we meet again? And next time, can you not talk so much for so long?
Please.
Now I'm gonna have to resort to porn again tonight. Of course, I have to come hear you sing.
If you want something done right, you have to do it yourself.
Pretty much, yeah.
I'm so
Fair enough,
sorry.
man. Next up.
Hold on.
Face planted.
Hold on, Teo. I have to continue the gag. Hello, everybody. This is your director, Mr. Kataze here. We are done for the turbulence, and now we'll go back to the main event. Enjoy.
All right. Squall's reaction to all this is priceless, Bo. Go ahead.
We
Okay.
all asleep.
Maybe someone release some sleeping gas? There's lots of people who resent sleep.
Oh, so this is like the train in Diabolical Box? Like,
Yeah, that's what I said
Yeah,
earlier.
Jim said that earlier.
We
I didn't hear it, sorry.
better be careful.
Selphie, what are you doing?
Am I missing anything? Anyone hurt?
Oh my god, Selphie's actually the one with the good priorities right now, actually. God.
Yeah.
That's sad.
I like. By the way, I forgot to comment on this before, but I love how Selphie almost got dressed for this mission. Look at that. That's not a dress. That's literally a nightgown. Like seriously, who the hell leaves their house with that?
I mean,
What a relief.
what she's wearing is sort of a short-end sundress of sorts, so it technically works.
I thought the dress was part shorts.
Maybe
Like,
school with me?
No, it's not part shorts. I don't know, but
I had such a nice
Hold
dream.
on. Yeah, I think it's now what Squall is mentioning.
oh god.
I had a
Joe,
dream
yeah.
too. It wasn't nice though.
I think you're a bit behind us, Joe. But at this point, might as well roll it.
Dreamt I was a moron.
We will be arriving in Timber shortly. For those getting off, please be sure you have all your belongings.
That is
Or else
the
we'll
most...
steal. Or else we'll steal them. That will teach you to leave them behind.
Squall actually said something
But seriously,
genuinely funny.
Sir Laguna
Yeah.
is so cool.
Sir Laguna.
Hey, there was a Laguna in my dream, too. He's a Galbadian soldier, right?
Oh my god.
Hell.
Go ahead. I'll make the joke
Laguna,
after.
Kiros, and Ward.
Huh?
Where's your head, Zell? Oh, there you go.
That's it!
That's
His head
it.
is up his ass, Tio, most of the time.
That's what.
There's no way we can understand this. Let's just concentrate on our first mission.
Just don't think about
Just
it.
don't think about it.
Just don't think about it.
Until the plot demands that you do.
I
Like,
guess you're right.
basically, consider this major foreshadowing for some stuff later.
We'll put this incident on hold. I'll report it to the headmaster once we get
Oh,
back.
that would be a great report.
He won't.
Not just that, too. Even if he did, that would be an interesting thing to report. By the way, Headmaster Sid, we had a collective narcolepsy attack, and we all shared that same dream. Should we be worried?
Here we go. Psych yourself up, baby.
Oh,
Ugh.
that's horrible.
We're gonna workshop with that one.
Well, still sleepy.
Okay,
You always
again,
are, Selphie.
again, I am by no means a woman's clothing expert, but that just looks like a nightshirt to me. Like,
Yeah, no,
In
I've
my
seen-
country, that tire is called salopette, but it's usually like a bit longer. They combine that with a mini skirt.
I've seen plenty of women dressed like that, so it's not unnatural for me. Again, it's kind of ironic, but Selphie's outfit is arguably one of the
Alright, this is
more
actually-
down to earth of a Final
Okay, also I
Fantasy
think you have the
character.
advantage over because New York has such a variety of people.
and by the way, even
Oh, it certainly does.
and by the way, even if you give this guy the wrong password, you get to still move on anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Pretty much.
But anyway, this is actually a good
I
spot.
guess he's not being paid enough.
And this is actually a good spot for me to bring up something. Don't worry, this is not that important. Basically, okay, regardless of how over the top and overly silly Laguna's behavior might be, and I understand that, I kind of agree as well. For me, it's just one of those cases where I just find Laguna's nervousness with Julia more relatable on a personal standpoint, whereas with Squall, his constant whatevers and silence treatments to me just just make me just outright dislike him. Okay, and don't get me wrong. Okay, I want to make this clear, just in case someone tries to bring this up. I am by no means saying that you cannot have a protagonist who has a problem of being socially inept or being antisocial, all that stuff. Don't get me wrong. You can have a story about that. You can. It's the problem is that this is actually fine. Okay, so you guys are seeds. I'll continue later.
I'm the squad leader, Squall. This is Zell and Selphie.
Nice to meet you. I'm the leader of the Forest Owls.
That's the name of Resistance, and Squall is not really into shaking hands.
And by the way, his name is Zone, so make that what you will. Just like Zell, he has a toupee, so I'll be giving a similar type of voice. Oh, I like this one.
So, let's get on with it. What do we do?
And Zell doesn't get the handshake.
Just take it easy. Here, let me introduce you. Looks like you already met. Look, I'm Zone. I'm Zone. This is my older brother, Green Hill. We'll let you know. His name is Watts. I guess it's just our princess then. All right, take a wild guess who the princess he's talking about is.
Who's playing Watts?
You can be Watts. Why not?
It's the princess's stepdad, sir.
Oh man!
Sorry.
Hey, Squall. Sorry, but could you go get the princess? She's usually in the 8th castle.
She's your princess, shouldn't you get her?
I'm a lazy dipshit, so go to the last room. Some of our other guys are in the room on the way. Ask him if you get lost.
Yeah, I'm sure that won't cause.
It's a
See that? Hold on. I have to say, did you notice Selphie's pose just before she turned back to us? She was literally. She wasn't even looking at the window door. She was literally just looking at the door itself.
Okay. I think what they're trying to showcase is her looking
right
out
now.
the window.
That's the thing, Jova. She's way too short to be looking out the window, as you can see. See?
Yeah, that's pretty much what I was about to say. Her model's too short to look out the window.
This isn't okay. Kitaze, basic directing. Pay attention to all the characters involved to make sure what they're doing makes sense.
See, now she would have been able to look out the window if she was standing on her tippy toes, but I guess limited budget wouldn't allow them to have that.
No.
It's also kind of a recycled animation because she does that also on normal trains.
Anyway, this is also...
Sorry, go on.
Zone also has a tummy ache, and he can't do it. So there you go, Jova. This is also going to be another running gag. Zone has consistent stomach aches for
classic Japanese type of gag. But
go ahead, Tim.
Before we go, but the thing I mentioned before, Laguna's etymology, because Laguna is a product of the localization in English and a lot of other countries, including mine. Pedro's, for example, Spanish or Polish, for example, kept it, which means lagoon. It's a literal, translation for lagoon. The wiki claims that it's loosely connected to the character, but I do believe it's an editor that just, stretch things out. Here's the thing. The actual Japanese name of the character, Raguna, which is pronounced like that, is, the Japanization of the name Ragna, as in the first part of Ragnarok. Specifically, the first part means the ruling power, gods, and Square is known for their fascination with Norse mythology. This is going to become even more relevant later when a certain thing that bears Laguna's name will show up, and it will make much more sense why it should be called instead Ragna instead of Laguna. So there's that.
Okay, hold on. Which is interesting, Teo. You know who did the localization for this game? This was Richard Mark Honeywood's first major work.
I can see that, but I understand that making things a bit more quirky, and maybe because it wouldn't even sound that. But I do believe, potential meaning takes priority over quirkiness for this case.
Yeah, I think. Well, okay. Don't worry, everybody. This guy got better with 9. And he went on to make a lot of great things like Dragon Quest and Kunin.
This is also sadly not the last of the names of the characters in this game that gets fucked up as a result, but we're a bit ahead of that. So in the meantime, yes, Pedro, go on.
Let me just finish my point though. Again, like I was saying, you can have a story about an antisocial protagonist who just doesn't really want to talk to people and blah blah blah. Like I get that. I just think there has to be a better way to present him in a way that's relatable without just constantly have him okay, how about this? Why not have him try to say, look, I get that you want to make me feel better or something, but can you please, but I'm just not interested in, can you please just leave me alone? Like, just have him be a bit well, I don't think nicer is the right word for this, but like, I just think the way they depict Squall's antisocial nature is a bit too, what's the best way to put this?
Badly written. That's basically what it is.
Well, I was trying to find a more specific diagnosis.
I think a good way to put it is like this. I think it's more so that his development is a bit too stagnant for the first bit. He finally, and I do mean finally, starts to get better at a certain point, but at that point, the thing may have worn out its welcome. And don't get me wrong, I get that it can be tough to grow out of that stuff, but in the context of a story that does have a limited amount of time as opposed to, say, real life, it is good to try and show a bit of development if that is what you're headed towards a little bit along the way. For example, Cloud pretty much starts off extremely standoffish at the start of 7, but as soon as, like, you know, the first mission is over, he starts little by little to open up to the point where you could at least see him respecting the deaths of Jesse, Biggs, and Wedge when that happens, and that's still in, like, the first act of 7. Again, I don't think Squall's necessarily badly written all around. What I think is that his development takes a little bit too much time to chug out of the train station of start and get to eventually the hill of midpoint development.
It's
basically stagnated character development. It's actually, ironically, it's kind of the same problem I have with Laguna as well. Yeah, I get that the thing with Laguna is this and that, but I feel that way too long they have him be the utter buffoon until they eventually start to develop him. So, ironically enough, Squall and Laguna I find to be two sides of the same coin. They have similar character issues. It just really depends on which version of it annoys you more with your preference of who you'll like better of the two.
I guess that actually does help. Yeah. I think Joe probably found a good way for me to put. Yeah, it boils down to this: like they repeat the same beats at the beginning with Squall way too much. It's constantly whatever and you're a moron or whatever. Like he's constantly being a dick to people, and it just gets old because there's no variation.
Cypher, I get him being a dick to you.
Well, he's supposed to be a dick.
He doesn't need to be a dick to everyone though, for little to no reason.
It's because there's no variation. Yeah, I think that's the best way I can put it. There's no variation in how he behaves. He's always doing the exact same thing. He always replies the exact same way. He always reacts the exact same way, and it just gets old because there's Kitase and Nojima gave him one trait and rolled with it. That's it. Like they. This guy directed Final Fantasy VI. I don't. But then again, Sakaguchi was the one who wrote it, so.
Also, in regards to Rich Mark Honeywood, may want to make a bit of a slight correction. His first ever work as a localization artist was actually Raiden 2.
Oh, okay.
In PlayStation.
Oh, I get that, Jova, but this was his first time, if I remember correctly, as the head of a localization team, if I remember correctly. I haven't checked in a while, so I do know that he was the localization director for Dragon Quest VIII. I do know that for sure, at least. But
he was the localization director for Final Fantasy 9 through 11 as well.
Oh, there you go. Then I don't know what's his credit in 8. Then, since you're checking, might as well get that out of the way.
His Wikipedia page, unfortunately, does not.
Moby Games says it. Moby Games says it. We'll talk. I'll respond in the next part. Everybody, mental note. Answer this to the audience.
To the actual princesses. See ya.
See ya.
Yeah.